Today's topic, I hope, is going to be fun. What if you could take this and combine it with this? You would have a very interesting portable multimedia setup. What if I was to tell you that this product already exists? The portable media boombox from AIWA. This is what's next. I've actually been eyeing this portable media boombox for quite a while, and with the last Amazon Prime days that we had in 2025, which was about a week ago at the time of this taping, I was able to get one at a really good deal. And so, as you know, I like physical media, and to have kind of a portable stereo system that has both the CD and the DVD capability, well, I'm sorry, that was too much to pass up. So here we have the packaging that this came in. Now, this was already in an Amazon box, and I don't know, I think, yeah, that's what I thought, this was just packaging to store the other box. So let's get that out. And this is kind of what it looks like. It is the blue color, was the least expensive of all of them. We have the portable media boombox. Stream, listen, and play. Obviously supports Roku, and we're going to see that in a few moments. Video game compatible. It has HDMI. We have the video screen, so DVD, CD, and video it says. And it has Bluetooth. Let's check the other side here. This box is so big and it's taking up most of my desk here. So we have, again, this is what it supports. It obviously could also support a Apple TV or other streaming box. I wonder if it has USB. I guess we'll find out. The other side looks the same, just different layout. Again, this is kind of the black version here. And I do like the packaging. They're using a camera negative. That's odd that they did that. On the bottom of the box, we have this 2024, so a fairly recent product. And we have a model number here of AI7001-TL Portable Media Boombox. And we have two little tabs here that we're going to need to, and we have two more tabs. They definitely don't want you to get into this retail packaging at all. Okay, that is definitely a blue-green color. This is definitely not a color that I would have picked, but again, for the cost, the aesthetics of the color of the packaging, no big deal. Hey, this comes with batteries. Okay, that's pretty cool. So there's our user manual, power supply, the RCA video out, a remote, and I'm assuming the strap just comes out. Yeah, this is a fairly light boombox. I'm hearing something loose. That's not a good sign. Let me get resituated here with the camera, and we'll take a closer look of this device. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at this. We have two speakers here. They look about 2.5, 3 inches. And then we have a little bit of porting on the bottom. There's some slats there. I did notice that on the back, we have some ports on the back as well. Our controls, let's see, we got source, and there's our DVD, USB, HDMI. We have a menu and Bluetooth out, a stop button, and it looks like a dual button here for either pair or play. There's your screen button, setup button. These are the controls for navigating the DVD menus, or I'm going to assume music as well. We do have, let's see, on the top, on this side, we have the volume control. Now this is not a drag control, this is like a click control, so it's completely digital. That is not a headphone jack, that is an auxiliary in. And I don't even see, yeah, not on the back, there is no headphone jack. You have your bass, power, over here is your tuner, FM only, and then of course you have your USB playback here, supplies 1.5 amps. There is your DVD and CD player. Very slow door mechanism. That's as high as it'll go. It's all plastic again, super lightweight. The handle takes 2 hands to pull that up, and then there is your antenna. They do offer a little well there to get your finger in. On the back, you have a couple more connections. You have your HDMI, video out, RCA, right and left out, and then there is your DC in with center being positive. We do have the battery compartment on the bottom. There you go. And it looks like it takes quite a few batteries. 8 total. So, and it looks like it is the D size batteries. All right, it's all plugged in. We're going to go ahead and hit the power button. Actually, I'm going to use the remote. I already put the batteries in here, and let's see.
DVD.
Interesting. So we actually have some sort of prompt. Let's check the source.
Bluetooth.
All right, so it does prompt us every time we hit the source button. That would either be here on the remote or there. Looks like we have the blue flashing light. Cool. Let's try something else.
FM.
All right, that's
they
FM radio.
By a top 4.
All right, we have some audio coming in. Not super powerful. Let me get the antenna up here real quick. Got to move the... Yeah, you have to move the handle out of the way to get to the antenna. And now I'm lost because it went the other way. All right, so we'll get that extended. The handle does go back down again, so that's a plus. Let's see if we can get anything here. Okay. You know, I'm hearing some...
You've never been out.
I'm hearing some decent sound out of these speakers. I got the bass boost on, so let's try this again.
As far as things to do. Watch the next wave of PGA Tour superstars. Like watch Big Boat now.
There is some decent sound coming out of this. I really like that. You know, before we actually do the DVD, let me put in one of my test CDs here real quick. And this just has a bunch of YouTube selections on it. It's something that I created for future testing. And here we are, we're testing it. Okay, that's interesting. You get kind of a track listing. I wonder if you can get through. Okay, so you basically use your up and down arrows to select your track. Let's listen to see. I'm going to go ahead and take my mic off. And there, mic's off. Let's listen to this real quick. Not bad at all. I am actually seeing the speakers vibrate. That is pretty cool. I like that. Let's try another song. There is a really good bass to this, especially with those ports on the back. Much better than that Sony boombox that I have. I'm impressed with the sound. All right. Let's try another track. Now, that's interesting. Hold on here. All right, we paused it. I don't know if you heard it, but it like takes a second for it to kick in. So let me go back. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Let's do the back button on here. Previous. All right, let's try that again. So did you hear that? It kind of, and then it cuts out. Alright, well, first impressions overall, seems to be some audio stuff going on here, but overall it seems fine. I really like the audio quality coming out of it. Let's put in the DVD. All right, this is my Hey What's Next DVD. Let's get this thing in here. I'll turn up the volume a little bit. The mechanism is actually pretty quiet. I'm impressed.
And thanks for clicking the video and checking out my channel.
And there we go.
You know, my plan for Hey What's Next is to document my hobby.
You know, the screen isn't too bad. I mean, that looks pretty good. And I can go to different angles. I tried taking off the screen protector. You can kind of maybe see up here a little bit of a tape, and I cannot get that off. I'm not even sure. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave that alone. That's a little frustrating that I can't get this off. It actually goes behind all here, so maybe a piece of tape or something. I don't know. So anyways, I mean, the look of it is not terrible. I mean, again, we're talking standard definition video. It does, though, and like the reds and whatnot, it feels like it's a little washed out. But again, this is one of my older videos, so got to take it with a grain of salt. Let's try getting access to one of the menu items.
What's next?
We'll go to menu here. Okay. There's the menu, and it's the Elite Desk Discrete Graphics Update. Let's try that one.
And welcome to another episode of Hey What's Next? This is the show where we explore audio, video, computers, and sometimes solar. A few weeks back.
Now, I don't know. Let me take off my mic. There were some issues there. Let's go back to my menu. And let's turn this up a little bit.
And welcome to another episode of Hey What's Next? This is the show where we explore audio, video, computers, and sometimes.
All right, did you hear that? There was two things. It had a problem starting the audio at the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just cut out. You know what? Let me play with this machine for a while, and let's see. I want to make certain that this is working the way it's supposed to be. So let's return here in a short period of time, and then I'll report back to you on what my findings are. I did some tests on this Blu-ray player from LG. Again, with that HP Elite Desk video, the audio kind of cut out at the beginning, and then partway into it, it cut out. And I wanted to test that same DVD on, of course, a better Blu-ray DVD player. But let's see if we get that same cutout.
Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Hey What's Next? This is the show where we explore audio, video, computers, and sometimes solar.
All right, and you can hear that in that clip, it did not cut out like this. Some other issues I was having, I did try this Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines widescreen, and I was getting some video distortion along with audio sync issues, which I thought was weird. I mean, not by a little bit, but by a lot. I mean, we were talking like a half second. I even tried some stuff with, Lost in Space, and I was having issues with that as well, where it would just, audio would cut out. In short, I'm kind of disappointed with this box. Yeah, let me elaborate just a little bit more. So again, the screen, I still am having issues trying to get that screen protector off. So that's kind of a quality control issue, but some of the design stuff in this is starting to be a little wonky, in my opinion. One of the things is this USB, and I'll do a zoom in here real quick. So a USB drive, if you're trying to do this one-handed, and you get it in here, there's one slight problem with that door. It gets in the way. I don't know if you can, let's see if we get this turned around here. So you could see, I mean, you have to have two hands to get that in. I could see that breaking off pretty easily. I do like how it auto shuts. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that's kind of cool, but man, you're doing this, see again, it's in there kind of, but I could see that causing a problem. So there's that issue. The other thing that I noticed too, so what we're gonna do, we have that HDMI input on the back. Let's hook up a Roku system, because they say that you could actually, forgot to zoom out there, sorry about that, that you could use Roku or another device. Let me get that plugged in and we'll take a look at that and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. All right, the Roku is now plugged in. I don't know if you can see the connection there. We have the Roku player back here. All right, so let's get this connected to the Roku. So we'll do DVD, that's USB connection, and HDMI. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's blurry. I don't know if you could see that or not, but I don't know if this is downscaling the video. So let's go back into home. It's not terrible, but you can see that the text is a little, I don't know if I can zoom in on that. It just doesn't look right? I mean, it looks, you definitely could not play video games on this. I tried with my Atari system, and it just didn't look right. So let's see if we go into YouTube. See, again, you can see where it kind of is just, and it's flickering. Now maybe it's because the resolution is wrong, but this is a standard definition, so it's definitely got to be doing some scaling down of the video. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Overall, it doesn't do what I would want it to do well. It works, but it's not great. So to be honest, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to send it back to the studio that sits behind me right now for my final thoughts. You know what? I was really looking forward to doing this review. The idea behind a portable media player in a boombox design. I mean, look at this thing. This is, I mean, I do love the design, but you know what? Alas, it just wasn't meant to be. After trying this out for over a week, no matter what I did, I kept going back to the same conclusion. This thing just doesn't do what I wanted it to do, which was just to play DVDs and my HDMI sources at least well. On a positive note, you know, the audio quality is really good, better than that Sony boombox that I have, but in my opinion, that's where it stops. You know, the audio cutouts, the audio video sync issues, the downscaling of the HDMI signal, you know, I can't keep this unit. It just isn't for me. Yes, maybe they may do something in the future, and if they do, I would love to try this out again. But you know what? After reading some Amazon reviews, I mean, there definitely appears to be some quality issues with it, but you know, I guess it is what it is. It's just a bummer, really is. But for now, for me, unfortunately, this is a pass. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode. You know what? Thank you for watching. If you liked today's content, go ahead and if you could, just take a moment and give me that thumbs up. And to stay current on future episodes, click the subscribe and bell notification icons. Feel free to watch one of my other videos either here or here. And until next time, I'll see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?